What is up? What is up? Another beautiful day out in the desert. Today, we are on the side of the freeway. We are working on this track. So we need to get the track obviously back on, set the proper tension, and get this thing back in motion. Because obviously you can't use it like that. So the first things first, I believe inside this is a grease dessert, where when you grease it up, it actually extends the cylinder out, which is this front, pushes out to adjust the tension. So obviously at this point, we should take this apart. We're going to relieve the pressure, and then we're going to figure out a way to pull the cylinder back in, considering this, normally in a shop, I would use another forklift or something, and I would push on it. But since we're out in the field, obviously we can't come up with a way to hook onto this, to the track itself, maybe with my winch or a crane, and try to just pull it until that comes in, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Let's start by taking this panel right here off and seeing if we can get the zerd out to relieve the pressure. Alright, so what it's looking like is it's a 9/16. I tried a 14mm on it, and it kind of fit, but it was a little too tight, and you don't want to strip that. That's your zerd right there. So if you notice, you don't have to take the bolts all the way out, just crack them loose, flip the little screen off, and then you got your grease zerd right there that you can get to. It is a 9/16. Now the next thing, now that we have ID'd that, the next thing I'm going to do is we got to lift this track up off the ground. So I'm going to use the bucket and I'm going to push down. I'm going to try to get it up high enough to where I can put some blocks under it. Alright, get some blocks under here, get some blocks over there, just enough to get this track off the ground so that I can actually work with it freely and not in a bind the whole time being that it's sat on. So let me work on that for a second when I get it set up. I'll show you guys what's up. So we're going to use our legs. Alright, tilt down, and try to lift this up, and let's see if the door will open, so I can put a block under it and set her back down on it. Make sure parking brake's on. Okay, so after picking it up with the winch, got it off, we got our blocks under there. We're gonna go ahead and drop it down onto that. Let's see. And we are on the blocks. And the front's holding that. So we'll leave the winch hooked up, and we'll just see if we can work this out with some free space. So there we go, we got the track off the ground, and we're going to try to work up the free space in that. If I have to, we'll figure out a way to pull it manually, but sometimes they do come pretty easily. So let's check this out and see what we can do. So you'll notice as I'm pulling this out right now, let's just hope it doesn't split too bad. Notice all the grease coming out right there. That's already relieving the pressure. So it's pulling back on it right now, which is a good thing, because that means I'll be able to do this hopefully fairly easy. Try not to set this in the dirt. Keep it up somewhere safe. And let's see how I go about getting all the pressure released so we can get this track back in line. These are supposed to be in the middle. So let's do this. It's kind of hard to do holding the phone, so I'm going to kind of give you guys a step-by-step as I go. But yeah, so this is the beginning stage. Just get the track off the ground. Get your zert removed to release the pressure. And then usually a big pry bar or something to pry it, and just pull and pull and pull until you get what you need. Okay, so what I got going here is I just stuck the pry bar in right there up against the wheel. If you'll notice, this right here is where the cylinder touches and pushes out. So I'm just going to grab the pry bar like this and lean back on it. As you can see it moving in. You also see the big part of the grease coming out. And once you get it in far enough where you think you got enough room, to manipulate the track. This thing's all the way in. And if you look, big old bubble shot out. So now I should have plenty of room to move the track and manipulate it over. We're going to use a big pry bar and we're going to get it up in there. We're going to kind of work it over until it gets back on. Then hopefully if this goes easy, I'll be able to show you how to reset the tension fairly quickly. And yeah, let's do this. So we're going to try like this and just work it over. And get that side down. Get my pry bar back out. The whole thing is we need this too to come over on top of that. So what we can do, get in here like this, and out of where it's at. Let's see if I can get down farther and get some extra power. Let's pull it over. Nope. Okay, so another solution is, because what I'm running into right here is the droop. Droop it's pretty heavy track. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get another block and put it up under the droop and get the slack taken up to push it to the back. That way I don't have to fight the droop. So here's the progress. After prying for a second, you can see, yeah, I'm out of breath. We're pretty close. Literally only been on this maybe 10 or 15 minutes. So sometimes they're on your side, sometimes they're not. Okay. So once I get all these teeth lined up around the sprocket to where the other teeth can go up, this should be where it goes. Got a roller here that sits on, and all these rollers I gotta catch in. So I need to bring the bottom over, obviously. Bottom needs to come over a lot. We'll get to working on that. Front looks pretty lined up. The back lined up, and get it to sit down in its happy little home, and then we'll set the tension. All right, so now we got this one almost in its happy home. Got the teeth coming through. Now what we need is these to come on the other side of this wheel, and then we set tension and be on our way. Woo! So a little more prying right here, trying to take up some of the slack and pop it up around this wheel. Once these teeth go like this over the wheel, then we're good to go to set the track back on and get that back together and get grease gun out and set some fucking track tension. So it's another little fight right here I gotta go through. I really wish you guys could see it all in action, but it's kind of hard to do on the side of the freeway. I'm trying to be safe and get the job done at the same time. So I hope this helps somebody, and I hope you enjoy what you're watching. All right. So I came up with another contraption to pull the belt back to give me more space to get my pry in. I was pulling it with my truck to pull up the slack since I don't have two people. So hopefully this works. Hopefully I can just pick up this pry bar and it pops it right in. Let's find out. Boom, just like that. Oh my God, that was awesome. Woo! Mission accomplished. Now we can get our Zurt back in, pump some grease in there. Upon inspection of the track, it's obviously torn. So I would say I'm gonna put in for a new track. But for now, to get the unit up and running, that was pretty good. So now I can unhook my truck, unhook everything. I can get the lifted back up, get all the blocks out after I do the tension. I'll show you how to do that right now. We get a rag and clean up some of that grease so we can see what we're doing. Get my Zurt back in there, and I will be moving forward with this. All right, now that you got this all done, your track's back on, you cleaned out the excess grease in here, and you can now see where the Zurt is now reinstalled back in there. This is again is a 9/16. What you're gonna do is take your grease gun and clip it on right where she goes right here. Let's see if this is gonna clip on there for me, or am I gonna have to use two hands to do it? Oh, it looks like two hands to do it. Let's see if I can set you guys up somewhere where you can watch. Okay, well, hopefully you can see right there. And then you literally just pump her up until you get the correct tension on it. I wonder if I'm running low on grease right here. Seems like it's pumping a little fast. It wasn't that low, but I'll replace it anyways. Just because. Then backwards. No, it has to be. Maybe it works. Yep, moving them backwards, my bad. Just down in here again. test tube and get her all full. Okay, so here now, it looks like we're having issues with the 71 laps. We'll go ahead and lift it up and get it all the way up to ground again. Just 1 second. And there it is. So if you look, when you smack it, it's pretty tight. Not like super all the way tight as it could go, but you just want, you know, a little bit of bounce. Well, that's how I do it anyways. If you know something better than me, just feel free to chime in. Because if there's an easier way to do what I just did, let me know. But I really don't think there is. So now, the project is to get it back on the ground and back in use. So we got to get all my blocks out from underneath it. For these ones, I'll probably just drive it forward and drive it off those blocks. Let's move all my tools and stuff. So yeah, we'll get it off the blocks. I'll show you guys with this sitting on the ground. And yeah, if this video was helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. There it is, your final product. Belt, nice and tight. Check the other side while we're here. Belt. Maybe I'll put a little in this, just tighten this one up just a little bit. Or maybe I'll let a little bit out the other side, but I figure it will all settle in. Because they weren't too different, might just run it. This belt over this track over here might be a little worn out, but yeah, she should be all right. Good to go. So that's that. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.